Hello, everyone. Good.
Hello. Yes. Hi, Angela. How are you?
I'm good, thank you. Good morning from Sydney. My name is Angela, and I'll quickly brief you about UTS, our course admission requirements, and scholarships that are offered. Throughout the presentation, please send through any questions you may have. So UTS is located in the heart of Sydney. It's just a 5 to 10 minute walk from Central Station, which is Sydney's major transport hub. It's Sydney Harbour Bridge, the Opera House, and Bondi Beach is just a short bus ride away. So UTS was established in 1988. UTS is a medium-sized university. We have approximately 45,000 students, which consists of 32,000 undergraduate students and 11,000 postgraduate students. Of that, approximately 15,000 of them are international students. So UTS is currently ranked 160 around the world. We are also ranked number 1 young university in Australia and 16th globally under the Times Higher Education. In Australia, we are currently ranked 6th in terms of graduate employability. So UTS has 3 stunning new buildings and 1 more is currently in the making. Our buildings are designed in a way where we spend less time in formal large lecture rooms and focus on a student experience. We encourage informal learning where there are a lot of open places for students to socialize and study. So UTS encourages practice-oriented learning. Many of our lecturers are from the industry itself and would provide a real and current case studies in the classroom and lecture rooms. Our courses have a balance of theoretical and practical components such as group work, case studies, internships, and major projects. We are constantly expanding our industry relationships to give our UTS graduates a competitive edge in the workforce. So, Learning Future is our unique approach to learning re-engineered subjects to enable students to experience a seamless integration of the best of online and face-to-face on-campus learning. Our active learning approach capitalizes on our state-of-the-art learning spaces. Students are encouraged to engage with academics and peers through lectures, tutorials, workshops, and focus on problem solving and work well at the university. Students have access to academic and industry networks and opportunities to build real relationships with a diverse range of peers and future colleagues. So we're going to get into the undergraduate admission requirements now. So at UTS, we require at least a completion of 1 year full-time bachelor degree at a recognized university. A completion of the highest level of Year 12 education in the country. In this case, if you guys do complete Year 11 with a baccalaureate of 7.3 average or better, you can get into our pathway program at UTS InSearch, where you do your diploma program and finish that within the 1 year, leading to the second year at the University of Technology, Sydney. If you do have a baccalaureate of 7.0 or better, you can you don't make direct entry into the diploma. However, you can get into our UTS Foundations program, where you can finish the 1 year program there and then make the entry requirement into the bachelor degree at UTS. On top of this, you will also need to make the English language condition relevant to the undergraduate course. For the postgraduate engineering admission requirement, UTS requires a minimum UTS recognized bachelor degree in engineering relevant to the applicant's proposed major with no more than 25% fails. We require IELTS 6.5 overall or 6.0 with 6.0 writing or equivalent. This is with the exception of Master of Engineering Management. So if you are having troubles with choosing what majors you want to study at UTS, if you do hold a civil, structural, geotechnical, or general engineering undergraduate degree, you can look into civil engineering, structural engineering, and geotechnical engineering at UTS. If you hold a chemical, civil, structural, geotechnical, environmental, or general engineering bachelor degree, you can look into doing environmental engineering. Likewise, if you have chemical, civil, structural, building services, geotechnical, or environmental engineering undergrad, you can look into the water engineering, computer engineering, or communication technologies. You can look into doing software systems engineering, electrical, electronic, computer engineering. You can look into doing computer control engineering at UTS. Electronic, computer engineering, or telecommunication, you can do cybersecurity engineering or UTS. If you have a chemical, electrical, electronic, or biomedical engineering bachelor degree, you can look into doing energy planning and policy. Electrical, electronic, biomedical engineering, you can look into doing biomedical engineering. Electrical, electronic engineering, or computer engineering, you can do telecommunications at UTS. Manufacturing, mechanical, industrial, aerospace, aircraft, electrical, and electronic. We can look into doing manufacturing, engineering, and management. If you have a manufacturing, mechanical, industrial, or general engineering, you can also look into doing operations. In terms of postgraduate information technology admission requirements, UTS does require a minimum of a bachelor degree in information technology in the related discipline. We require a weighted average mark of 60% and no more than 25% subject fails. We do require an IELTS of 6.5 overall or 6 in writing or equivalent. This is with the exception of Master of Information Technology Extension, Master of Science in Internet Working Extension, and Master of Interaction Design and Interaction Design Extension. If the student does want to study an IT program and doesn't have an IT background, the option for the student is to study the Master of Information Technology Extension. Now we're looking into the postgraduate business admission requirement for the Master of Business Administration. So we do require a UTS recognized bachelor degree with a minimum grade point average of 4.17 out of 5 with less than 10% fail grades. That is 77.5% with 70% as the pass mark with less than 10% fail grades. If you do have more than 10% of fail grades, you can sit the GMAT test and you can provide us with relevant work experience as well for entry. For postgraduate business in financial analysis, human resource management, strategic supply chain management, marketing, event management, sports management, and not-for-profit social enterprise, we do require a recognized business-related bachelor degree with less than 25% fails. If you do have more than 25% fails, we can still consider you for admission if you have 2 years of work experience and if you have set the GMAT test. If you do not gain direct entry into the master's program, we do offer the graduate certificate and graduate diploma, which leads to the master's program. So for postgraduate business in professional accounting, finance, human resource management extension, marketing extension, events management extension, professional accounting extension, finance extension, strategic supply chain management extension, not-for-profit and SE Management Extension, and Sports Management Extension. So these programs are generally 2-year programs. We do require a bachelor degree in any field with less than 25% fails. If the student has more than 25% fails, we can still consider you for admission if you have work experience or have sat the GMAT test. So for postgraduate design admissions requirements, we do require a bachelor degree in the design-related field with an average of 65 to 70%. For English requirements, we require 6.5 overall and a writing of 6.0 or equivalent. We do also require a submission of your portfolio, 300-word personal statement, a CV, and at least 6 months of relevant work experience. Okay, now into scholarships. So applicants must lodge an online application for the UTS degree before closing date, autumn, which is semester 1, by 30th of November, and spring, which is semester 2, by 30th of April. They need to submit all academic documents required for the UTS degree. They must meet the academic and English language requirement and be eligible for a letter of offer before the scholarship closing date. So for the International Postgraduate Coursework Full Tuition Scholarship, it's a scholarship that covers full tuition fees for the duration of the coursework, Masters by Coursework degree. Applicants will need to apply online during November for autumn semester 1 intake and April for semester 2 intake. Scholarship will be assessed based on academic merit. So we also have a LATAM postgraduate scholarship where we offer 25% of tuition fee scholarship for the duration of the Masters by Coursework degree. There is no applicants will automatically be considered for the scholarship once they lodge an application. There's no separate application. Scholarship will be assessed based on an academic merit. So the FIDE UTS scholarship, UTS International provides 20% tuition fee scholarship for the course duration of the Masters by Coursework and PhD program. Currently, enrolled UTS students will be considered for this scholarship as well. UTS plans to increase the scholarship to 25% commencing in 2019. Thank you.
Thank you, Angela. It was pretty concise and interesting, the presentation. I don't know if our attendants have questions. If you want to ask any questions regarding the programs to Angela, please feel free to do so. I would like to talk to you guys about the admission process. We, as Destino Australia, will help you with all the application process. From beginning to end. We will be the contact with UTS in this case, if you're interested in applying for any of the programs. And we will be helping you with all the documents you need, all the information regarding the level of English and other requirements as well. And our services have no cost for you at all. So please feel free to ask questions. I don't know if you want to ask about the admission process or if you want to ask Angela, which is right now with us, about any programs in particular that you may have questions about. If you want to go for business, for engineering, or any other type of program, the chat is enabled, so please do so. Angela, I don't know if you want to add anything else.
We just wanted to show the students a video.
Okay, great. Yes, sure.
We'll just quickly play it now.
Great. Thank you, Angela. Could I ask you, because I'm not sure if we have any students here interested in applying for an undergraduate program, but could you explain a little bit about the pathways you have, for example, for the foundation and the diploma, and what's the difference with them?
Yeah. So with the pathways, for example, if a student does not qualify for direct entry into the bachelor, we have two pathways. One is foundation and the other is diploma. So entry into the diploma is a little bit higher than the foundation. So for example, if a student complete the baccalaureate with 7.3 average or better, they can go into the diploma. For example, if the student does a diploma of business, then the student can enter directly into the second year of the Bachelor of Business. However, if a student have an average that is lower than the 7.3 average, if a student has a baccalaureate with average of 7 or better, the student can enter the foundation. With all our foundation, it's a 1-year foundation that will lead into the first year of the bachelor. So that's the difference between the foundation and the diploma. Because with the diploma, student gets some credit exemptions or recognition of prior learning. However, with the foundation, they have to go into the first year of the bachelor. Is that clear, or any further questions?
Yes, I think it was pretty clear. I'm not sure if anybody has questions, but
Yeah.
and for example, for a student that has the IB, the International Baccalaureate.
Yep. So with the IB, the students can enter directly into the bachelor. So they don't need to do the pathways.
Okay,
But
great.
there are, yes. So on our
Yes.
course brochure, the cutoffs for the different courses will be there. So there are different cutoff for the different courses with the IB.
Okay, great. Thank you, Angela. And could you please tell us a little bit more about the agreements that you have for scholarships? Do you work with you mentioned briefly about FIDER, for example?
With FIDER, 1 second. So we do have an agreement with FIDER where we have 20% of tuition fee for the course duration for masters by coursework and PhD. This is also offered to current enrolled students as well. UTS has a plan to increase the scholarship to 25% in 2019.
Okay, great. Thank you. What about CONACYT? If a master student is interested in applying for CONACYT, they can still apply with UTS having some rankings, right? For example, for an engineering program?
Yeah, that's correct.
Okay. I'm not sure if anybody has any questions. We have
Questions. We actually have a student with us at the moment, a current student from Colombia. So he's happy to share his experience with you guys as well. He can speak Spanish.
Great. Yeah, sure, great.
Hello, everyone. My name is Jose Rodriguez. I'm from Colombia, and I'm studying a Master of Marketing in UTS. I'm finishing my third semester, and I'm happy to share with you guys my experience. But first of all, if you have any questions, I'm happy to answer them as well. Yeah. Does someone have any questions?
If you want to share your experience.
Okay. Yeah, well, it has been a great time at UTS. I started in July 2017. I enrolled in this Master of Marketing, which offers me a different kind of major. it's called Stream. So I decided to do a digital marketing one, and it is a really good experience because you have the opportunity to share the classroom with people from all over the world. And I will say that it's pretty key to find a good group of classmates to since you start university, which will help you to achieve all your academic goals at uni. The university offer different services for non-English speakers, such as UTS Helps. The UTS Library also has different services to help writing assignments and essays. And in my first semester, I was a little bit overwhelmed because there were too many services and I didn't know what to do. But then, as I said, I found a really good group of classmates, which helped me to um, get into the process of writing assignments, studying for my exams, and doing what it was needed to be done to be successful at uni. I think I've done pretty well. And you also have, as my colleague Angela mentioned before, you also have the opportunity to have contact with the industry, as many assignments are based on real cases, and some of them are based on real companies' situations. So last semester, I had the opportunity to present to Sydney Swans, which is an AFL football team in Australia. We presented them the marketing marketing campaign for the whole year to the marketing director, and that was really interesting. We won the prize, and we learned a lot. So I will highly recommend to study at UTS, as it's a dynamic environment, a really multicultural experience, and also you will be in the middle of Sydney. And yeah, so that's pretty much it. So if anyone has any questions, I'm happy, as I said, to answer them. Yeah.
Have you been into an NFL match?
Yeah, of course. They because the company, like the team, they were interested on our insights, so they paid for us tickets to the AFL um, uh, match, and also the stadium. So they got a stadium of them. What's the name of that stadium? I'm trying to remember.
Allianz?
No, it's not Allianz. The Sydney Swan Stadium. What's the name? Sydney Cricket Ground. So they paid for us tickets, and yeah, they bought us tickets. Then we went there. We assessed the experience from the customer service side and point of view, and we gave recommendations to the team. And I think it went very well because we won the prize and we got high distinction. So yeah, I will say it's a really great experience for people that wants to come to Sydney and live this vibrant city and all what Australia will offer to you guys. So yeah.
Yes,
Thanks.
right. Thank you so much for sharing your experience with us.
You're welcome.
So Jose's actually been doing really well academically these past few semesters. He's actually received distinction and high distinctions whilst also working. And yeah, so he's done really well, and he's sucked help from the support services available at UTS. Yeah, would actually want to congratulate him.
Thank you.
Yes, great. So this gives us an example of what students can do when they go to study in Australia, because you can study and work at the same time, and you still have time to have fun and just get some money back, help you with your living expenses and things like that. And it gives you a full an overall experience of really Australian lifestyle, right?
Yeah.
Sure. Yeah.
Great. Thank you so much.
Or any other questions?
Yes, let me see. I don't think we have any questions here.
Yeah.
I think you did pretty well. Everything was very clear for everyone. Okay.
If you do have any
Yes,
questions,
anything you have?
email.
Sure. Thank you so much, Angela. Remember, guys, we are your first contact in order for you to apply to UTS. So if you're interested in any of the courses, please contact us, and we will be helping you with all the process. Thank you so much for attending. Thank you, Angela. Thank you, guys, on the other side of the screen for sharing with us the information. And we will speak to you soon. Have a great night.
Awesome.
You too.
Thank
Thank you so
you.
much, Alejandro, and thank you everyone for attending.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye.